Hey guys, I've got some tremendous guitar students, and one lady who comes on Wednesdays. She's probably a little younger than me. She's been working on sight reading and chords, and starting later in life, your hands, it really is harder sometimes when you're doing these new things. When you're, in your 50s, or I don't think she's in her 60s, but so. It's just been really long time to get her where she can hold down chords and do sight reading, but she stayed with it and she attends weekly unless something comes up and it really knocks her out of her sometimes family stuff comes up, but she's been attending regularly, and she works my program, which is go through the chord book, then do sight reading, then we can go on to other things. Well, she's done really well in sight reading, and it's amazing to me over time. So I play the long game with these students. They get frustrated with these few steps. I go, don't worry about it. We're gonna get over that. We're gonna come out the other side. And now she's coming out the other side. So it's really, really exciting for me. So she was late to her lesson. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Is because she was listening to Sweet Jane on the radio by the Cowboy Junkies, and she was so mesmerized that she missed her turn. So we wrote out the chords, which are like this. Repeat, which is so simple. But so we started working on our lesson yesterday, and she played. Of course, she did it sort of like something. The timing wasn't there, so it was actually. So I tried to show her. The first D rings longer, then another D, and then A. So she was playing too fast. Plus, the timing wasn't good. So I always slow things way down. This is what it sounds like when I play it at my speed. I go. But she kept doing, or then big gap, typical stuff. I'm going to turn on this other speaker. Now, then I went to my Guitar Pro 8 software and wrote it out. And it actually took me a little bit of time because the first D is a dotted quarter note, followed by another D, which is a quarter note, followed by an A, which is a quarter note. And then there's a G, which is an eighth note. That's the first measure. Second measure is a G, a dotted quarter note, followed by a G, that's a quarter note. Then an A, that's a dotted quarter note. All right, so that took a while to pick that out. So I played it for her at 55 beats a minute. She started getting it. This is what it sounds like at 55 beats a minute. 3, 4. Kind of hard to play that slow. I see why my students hate me. I make them play so slow. So the record is about 81 beats a minute, which I have the metronome set up. I'm going to try it at 81. More by. pretty fun. So yeah, playing slow is difficult, but when your chord changes are slow, what choice do you have? You can either play it in free time or take the metronome way down. If it was free time, that's where, kind of where it floats. Like, it just doesn't, it's okay just to learn the chords, but as far as the groove, it's not there. Now, I did used to play this song with my rock band. I ran for about 20 years, and we did it hundreds of times, and we'd play it more like. So we throw in that B minor. I don't know if that's more like Lou Reed, probably. I do that rock and roll A with pointer finger. And then the B minor, your index finger's in place. So, yeah, I never really listened to the Cowboy Junkies version that much. It just kind of puts me asleep. But when a student asks, I'll listen. I'll listen and say, hey, that is actually super cool. So my students kind of help me focus on things that I miss. I just never paid any attention to that song as far as the Cowboy Junkies. I noticed their lyrics are all different too. So if you need the PDF, just email me, hooverguitar@yahoo.com. I will email it to you. Just email hooverguitar@yahoo.com if you want to see my chord layout for Sweet Jane as done by the Cowboy Junkies. And that's as much as I know. So yeah, the record is about 81 beats a minute. My example was 55. Play it any way you want, but I think it's a cool, hypnotic, repetitive, easy song that would be kind of fun to play. So there you go.